In this video, we're diving into the world of running background services using the nohup command. This is especially useful when you want to execute commands that should continue running even after you log out of your terminal. We will cover the basics, usage, and some best practices for managing background processes with nohup. Let's begin by understanding the problem that nohup solves. When you log out of a terminal session, all the processes you've started during that session are usually terminated. This can be problematic if you have long-running tasks or background services that you need to keep running. Now let's understand the solution. The nohup command comes to the rescue. The name nohup stands for no hang up. It prevents processes from receiving the SIUP, that is, hang up signal, which is sent to a process when the terminal session closes. It allows commands to continue running even after you log out. By default, nohup redirects the output of the command to a file named nohup.out. Here's the basic syntax for using nohup. You type nohup, then the command you want to run, followed by any arguments the command needs, and finally an ampersand symbol. The ampersand is crucial, as it tells the system to run the command in the background. Let's look at an example. To run a script named long_running_script in the background, you type nohup /long_running_script and. Another example is running a find command to search for all files with the extension .log. You type nohup find /namestar.log, and the ampersand at the end runs the command in the background, immediately returning control to the terminal. By default, nohup redirects standard output and standard error to a file called nohup.out in the current directory. Now let's explore how to redirect the output of a nohup command. To redirect the output to a specific file, use the greater than symbol followed by the file name. For example, to redirect the output of my_script.sh to a file named custom_output.log, you type nohup /my_script.sh custom_output.log, and to redirect both standard output and standard error to the same file, use 2 and 1. For example, nohup /my_script.sh output.log 2 and 1 and. Here, standard error, which is file descriptor 2, is being redirected to the same location as standard output, which is file descriptor 1. If you want to discard all output, redirect it to /dev/null. This is useful for processes that generate a lot of unnecessary output. The command would look like this: nohup /my_script.sh /dev/null2 and 1 and. Redirecting to /dev/null discards all output completely. Note that you can redirect the output of your nohup command to any file instead of the default nohup.out. Now let's explore how to manage nohup processes. First, to find the process identification number or PID of your nohup process, you can use the psaux command combined with grep. For example, psaux grep my_script. This will display information about the process, including its PID. To check if a process is running, you can use the prep command with the F flag, followed by the process name. For example, prep F my_script. To terminate or kill a nohup process, use the kill command followed by the PID. For example, kill 12345. If the process doesn't terminate normally, you can force kill it using kill-9 followed by the PID, but use this as a last resort. Here are some process management tips. Always note the PID when starting a nohup process. Use psaux grep to find processes by name. Check nohup.out or your custom log file to monitor progress. Use kill-9 only as a last resort when a process won't terminate normally. Consider using prep and pill for simpler process management. Let's look at some real-world examples. To run a web server in the background, you can use the following command: nohup python 3mhte server 8000 server.log2 and 1 and. To start a database backup process, you might use something like this: nohup /backup_database.sh backup.log2 and 1 and. And to run a data processing job, you could use nohup /process_data.py, input large _file.csv processing.log, and for web development, use nohup to run development servers, build processes, or continuous integration tasks that need to keep running even after you disconnect. For example, nohup npm run build, watch build.log2 and 1 and for system administration, run system maintenance scripts, backups, or monitoring tools that need to continue running regardless of your login status. For example, nohup /monitor_system.monitor.log2 and 1 and. Let's look at some best practices. Always redirect output to a log file for debugging purposes. Use descriptive log file names that include the process name. Consider adding timestamps to log entries. Keep track of PIDs in a separate file. Use absolute paths when running scripts with nohup. There are alternatives to nohup. Screen, which is a terminal multiplexer with session management. tmux, a modern alternative to Screen with better features. systemd for creating proper system services. Disown, a bash built-in to remove jobs from the shell job table. And finally, at for scheduling one-time tasks. Some common alternatives to nohup are Screen, tmux, systemd, disown, and at. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.